Hola, hola. This is Telma Sanchez. I'm a neuroscience coach, and I decided to speak to the topic of money mindset because somehow it's one of the most popular ones. There's plenty of books out there that speak to money mindset, but I'm gonna go and share my 2 cents, maybe a popular opinion. I just do think that money mindset is like any other mindset. It's really like linked to the thoughts that you have around the subject, linked to the habits that you have around the subject. And if you want to work on your money mindset, I would highly recommend starting with looking at the thoughts that you have, the beliefs that you have, the habits that you have, and in there is going to give you a lot of awareness in which you can start tiny little changes that are going to serve you. Now, if you're having a hard time making these tiny little changes because these beliefs that you have about money, like you really have to work super hard to get it, you have to do a lot of work in order to earn it, it comes at you so hard and it's not easy, like all of these heavy, draining beliefs, then I would recommend looking at where those stories are like rooted from. Where do the beliefs come from? Are they rooted to only money, or does it come about work, a relationship, friends? And you start, maybe you might find that you start seeing that a belief that is rooted to your core, that you make it so true to you. We often go out of our way to find it and find evidence for it and just prove it right. So if you want to work on your money mindset, my first invitation would be to definitely get really serious, really honest with yourself, really raw and open about what are the beliefs that you have, what are the thoughts that you have, what are the habits that you have, and what are the dreams that you have. And can you really truly feel in your core that your dreams are doable? And if not, what are the thoughts that are stopping you from doing so? Now, there's a lot of books around money, and one of my very favorites that I was actually recommended to me by one of my first coaches was on overcoming under earning. And what this book does is talks a lot about money, but it also invites you to reflect on the stories that you have on it, like the beliefs, the thoughts, and the habits, right? Because if your dream is to be a millionaire, but you spend every single cent that you have, then it's not in alignment. So the lack of alignment is gonna come up as you gain awareness on your thoughts, your habits, and your dreams. So you wanna make sure that they're all in alignment, that you really truly believe them to your core, that you do the work, the mindset work needed in order to really show up for that. Because when you show up from a place of not truly fully knowing that it's already yours, it feels harder. It might even come across a little fake, and some people are really good at catching that. But before you even put yourself out there, you want to catch yourself. You want to know where you're at. So anything with mindset, money mindset, growth mindset, mind over body, it all really begins to by understanding where are you now, what drives you, what pushes you, what motivates you, what moves you. So what thoughts, what habits, what dreams, what drives you. So what values are drawn on you that are so important to you that you can speak and honestly say, this is true for me, and I go out of my way to prove it. Then that's gonna be a huge place in which you can gain awareness, and from there you can start seeing, okay, is this habit, is this thought serving me and in alignment with the dream that I have? Is this habit and this thought? And if it's not, when you notice that you're out of alignment, what are the steps? How can you build the bridge to go from where you are to where you want to be? And it is then that you can start making the changes, the actions, the thoughts, the work. This is what the work is. When you can start showing up in a way that you truly know it's your truth. These are the thoughts that you have because they You know them to be true, you show up for them, and therefore you go out on the world and find them to be true. You find the evidence to verify that this is now your reality. So again, the book that I highly recommend was recommended to me first by one of my first coaches who I really, really love and I'm so grateful for. But the name of the book is Overcoming Under Earning. And if the title doesn't trigger you, the book, you're in for like a lot of work. Now, before you go buy the book, I'm gonna tell you this for any book or any type of work that you wanna do for yourself. If you're just gonna read it and collect the knowledge, it's only gonna do so much. If you really wanted to work, if you really wanted to like make the tiny little changes that you needed, if you really want to work on your perspective, in the thoughts that you have, in the habits that you have, in build the bridge, that's not just reading a book. It requires you to read the book, follow the instructions, do the work, and get real in the work. Nobody's gonna grade this work. A lot of us are like sometimes afraid of owning our truth of like, okay, well, I really do think that like money is really hard to get, but if I say that, like, then don't hold yourself back when it comes to your journal. Don't hold yourself back when it comes to your truth. Definitely don't ever hold yourself back when it comes to recognizing the thoughts that drive you, because it's from that awareness that you can really, really get your starting point and start building your bridge to know where you're going. But without that, you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall, you're just collecting knowledge, you're just maybe grabbing really good quotes that make you sound smart, but in your truth of truths, in your core of course, you know that you might be watering down your reality. So, and I say the same thing with mindset. If you really are trying to get to your growth mindset, if you really are trying to get to the next level, there's a huge difference between knowledge, collecting it, learning it, even quoting it, and living it, acting it, like making it work. Do the actual work by embodying it, and that's where the wisdom comes from. That's where the growth comes from. That's where the changes come from. That's where the bridge is built, and you can really show up for the dream. That if I'm gonna just say it and like trigger you maybe, but if you can dream it, it's because your body, you already knows that you are made for it. Now, to convince your brain and like maybe your heart because of what it has gone through, that's the work. That's the work. But in your heart of hearts, in your unconscious, in what you were made out of, without the fear and without the ego, it already knows that if you can dream it, it's because you're meant to have it. But a lot of people get stuck on like, well, it might be. And then that's where the beliefs, the thoughts, and the habits might start showing up. Gain the awareness, do the work, trust yourself, show up for yourself. And if you need additional support, I would be more than happy to hold a space for you to where you can just really be with them from a place of curiosity and compassion to where you can discover your next steps. Because when you do that for yourself, you become unshakable. You know life is gonna life, but you also know that you got your own back, that you got this, that you can get over it, past it, moved on, learned from, and with that, grow your resilience, grow your wisdom, grow the way that you show up, grow your beliefs, get closer to your dream. And so anyway, those were my 2 thoughts about money mindset. I figured that I would get it out of the way before I started like working with clients today. I hope that you have a wonderful day. If you have any additional questions or you want to connect in order to like do this type of work, go ahead and reach out. I'm always a phone call away. A discovery call is a great way to start to make sure that I'm the person to hold a space for you, because I am very direct and I'm not one to let anybody get away from themselves. I want to see you win, and that's why I'm gonna I'm here for you. I'm gonna cheer you on, but I'm also not gonna let you fool yourself. With that said, happy Wednesday, have a great day, and again, I'm Telma Sanchez, a neuroscience life coach that wants to see you win. So do the work. Show up.